SoCal Val.
Cheerio.
Our Knockouts champion of the world, Miss Tessmacher.
Yeah.
And on the end, the whole effing show, Rob Van Dam. We are headed to Phoenix for Bound for Glory. It's our biggest pay-per-view of the year. It's going to be in October. Then come January, it's the Maximum Impact Tour, the United Kingdom Road to Lockdown. Two of the biggest shows when we talk about London, Wembley Arena, TV coming back, and there's some other big announcements coming on this. It's going to be huge, the whole tour. So it begs the question. We've got Phoenix, first time for Impact Wrestling. But you've been there before. You've been there. We've all been there before.
Yes.
Where is your favorite place to wrestle?
I'm thinking like early in my career, I started going to Japan in '93, and I was what they call a young boy, which means you get no respect, you get beat up, and you got to work your way up. So now that I go there at this point in my career, I'm what they call a senpai, which means you became a big star from a young boy. So when I go now, instead of, it's a whole different experience. It used to be, you know, just carrying your bags everywhere, long 10-hour bus rides, like 2-week trips. Now when I go, it's like rolling the red carpet out, in and out, first-class treatment, the whole effing show. I'm going to go with Japan.
Japan.
Yeah.
Probably, we're definitely in my top 3 places to go for wrestling. No question about it. Mag Daddy, you've been this last year, by the way. How about your travels? We've talked about India.
My passport is still steaming, I think, from the stamps.
Mexico,
Mexico,
United Kingdom,
Japan, Europe.
Japan.
Yeah.
One half, by the way, of the Pro Wrestling
Current
Noah.
GHC heavyweight tag team champions.
Yeah, how about that? That's
You
pretty
didn't do that
impressive,
cheap
huh?
plug. Come on, people.
All right.
It's not a plug. It's not
Where's
a
your
plug,
favorite
but
place to wrestle?
I will say, I had a tremendous time in Japan. Tokyo they were very, very good to us, and a tremendous feeling. You know, we were at Ryogoku Sumo Hall, which is like, and that was the first time that Noah had ever been in that venue, and it's very, very cool place. There's a really cool energy to it, very, unique vibe, and I'd sort of encourage anyone who hasn't wrestled in Japan to really do the utmost to go out there and do it. It's a really awesome feeling. That's definitely up there for me. I have to say Wembley Arena. I mean, the atmosphere there and the obviously the sort of relation to me, it's my favorite place to wrestle. You know, the best place I've ever wrestled, I should say.
Yeah. You know, it's good, though. You talk about all that. We have been to so many cities in the United Kingdom, actually, the many tours. Coventry, we've been Nottingham, of course, Glasgow, Manchester, Dublin, over in Ireland. So, I mean, a lot of great places in that part of the world.
Yeah, Dublin as well. Dublin is awesome. Yeah.
Val, you're on the road with us. Where is your favorite place to go?
I'm going to say anywhere that the ladies and gentlemen serving in the U.S. military are. Tracy Brooks and I actually went to Kuwait and Iraq, and we were able to do shows over there. I got to manage there. Obviously, I don't wrestle. But just because they're such a great crowd and they really appreciate it so much more, anywhere that the U.S. military is.
No, that's over that. No, that's...
But seriously.
All right.
I'm being serious for 1 second. It's true. It freaks you out, doesn't it, when I give you a serious answer?
Miss Tessmacher?
Yeah.
I haven't really had the opportunity to wrestle in any other country, so obviously I will now coming up with the UK. So I'm going to have to go with Madison Square Garden. It's always been really, really fun. It's there's so much to do before and after, and the crowd is a mix from, kind of everywhere. And so that's awesome.
Yeah, no question, no question. All right, good answer. We talked a lot about venues, and during the course of the summer is kind of concert season, where you go and see your favorite bands. A lot of them are on tour. Who, if any, did you see in concert this last summer? Did you go to any concerts? This year, even? Anybody?
I just saw Kiss.
All right, there we go. All right.
Awesome. Everybody, even if you're not an old school rock fan, everyone should see Kiss. They put on a hell of a show. The theatrical, the makeup, it's insane.
Was it Poison opened?
Huh?
Was it with Poison?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
It was. They're doing their tour right now. I mean, it's explosive. It is so awesome. And still, my mother showed me years back, a concert, and they're still doing the same thing to this day. It's awesome.
All right, very good. Rob Van Dam? A lot of concerts out in California, where you live. There's never taken anything in?
I haven't since the smokeout last summer. It's like a big Cypress Hill and Cottonmouth Kings and like a whole,
Can you imagine
huge
concessions at that?
event.
They sell and pretzels. Lord, okay.
Maybe it was the year before. I don't know. Time.
Cypress Hill is great. A lot of fun, Cypress Hill.
Yes.
Great.
Taco Bell do great business.
Oh, you kidding me? Please.
Doritos tacos.
What do you think?
I actually wanted to go and see Kiss on that tour too when they came through Richmond, and I was working, so I missed it. I was upset about that. But I haven't been to see any concerts for a while. The last thing I went to go see was when I was back in England. I went to there's a place called Thetford Forest, and they have like a really cool like sort of arena amphitheater thing built into the woods. Yeah. Like, and I went and they set a big cool stage up, and everyone just kind of rocks up and puts their own like chairs and stuff down. And I went to see Scouting for Girls there, and they were really good. It was a good concert.
You were
that
scouting
was the last
for girls?
time. I was. Yeah, there was a metaphor for what I was there really doing.
Oh.
My reflective shades.
There's a lot of these combo concerts out there. You talked about Poison and Kiss. I went and saw.
Yes.
How's this for a lineup? Def Leppard.
Ooh,
Okay.
already excited.
Steel Panther. who
Whoa.
are Awesome.
Wait, you just taught me this past week who
Yes.
they were.
Steel
That's
Panther
really
and
good.
Motley Crue.
Oh,
What a threesome.
nice.
Pretty good
That's
lineup.
That's a line.
Val, what about you? You been to any?
No.
Come on now.
You know, concerts kind of freak me out a little bit. Lots of crowds, kind of feel a little intimidated. It's kind of a little too crazy for me. But when I shop, sometimes there's a guy that has a guitar that plays outside of this one shop that I go to, and I give him like quarters and stuff. So I went to his concert. That's about it. Yeah. You're welcome for the quarter, by the way.
Just the quarter.
He has a guitar. Maybe he's
All
a
right.
pro, maybe he's not. I don't know.
Our final question. We want to go
God
back a
bless
little
it.
bit, learn a bit about your youth growing up, all right? I want to know, what kind of student were you in school? Were you popular? Were you a nerd? Good grades? Bad grades? Drama king? Drama queen? Whatever. What were you like back in school? Let's take it for a spin, Val.
Well,
You don't really count, do you?
No, I do. And I don't
was
like
like
to
3 years
brag.
ago, so-
No, it wasn't 3 years ago. Thank you, RVD. I don't like to brag. Anyone that knows me knows I'm not a bragging kind of person. But I was not only the most popular kid in my class, I was valedictorian and the prom queen. So
Oh, nice.
Yep, that's
Did
what happened.
I-
Wait. Go on.
it doesn't matter that I was homeschooled. does
There it is.
it? What?
Explains a lot, doesn't it?
There it is.
Don't take that away from me.
And if you were wondering, there's your answer.
What? They love you.
I'm dying to know what you were like in school.
I was actually really shy. Very, very, very shy. Any kind of project that I had to do, I'd freak out and hold it like this or not show up that day and take an F. I was very smart and, you know, kind of popular. I played basketball and I was homecoming queen.
Ah! Right,
Oh my
get
God, you
out of
too?
here.
Yes,
Really?
I
Were you?
I really was. I showed you.
Oh, you
And
did,
I
yeah,
showed you my my stash that I still have.
Still weird.
Just
Let go. Will you let go?
She walks around her house.
You showed all of us last week at TV's.
What kind of a student were you? Baghdadi, what do you think?
I was a teacher's nightmare, and I mean that in the sense that, like, I was actually skipped a grade of high school. I finished high school a year early. I was skipped a year, and I have a feeling that a lot of that to do with the fact that my teachers hated me, but I had good grades. so like, oh, we should skip him a year. Yeah, but anyway, my parents went for it. I loved it. I got to finish school a year early. I was like the captain of the football team, soccer team, and all that kind of stuff. So I was like a good athlete and all that kind of thing. But I was always getting into trouble. But always my redeeming quality was I always got good grades. So I was a teacher's nightmare.
Val, can you repeat your question?
I just want to know which one you were on, the soccer team or the football team.
This show is broadcast in the UK.
So they'd probably like to know too.
Everywhere outside of the US. Well, everywhere outside the US called soccer
So
We know
football.
you don't
So
watch sports,
confused.
Val, but then,
We have UK fans that watch Spin Cycle,
yeah.
for sure.
Well, yeah, they're the ones who watch it on television, which is why we're doing
We have
this.
television.
All right. Val, maybe we'll explain to you later. Soccer
Okay.
and football are
I'll be
very
here all
similar.
day.
Okay. I'll tell you what. Follow our 4 guests on Twitter because they are fantastic. At the real RVD.
Yeah.
At, of course, Brooke Impact. And, of course, SoCal Valerie. And at Magnus Official. Let's hear it for our wonderful panel. They are fantastic. Did I skip you on the last question?
That is what's known as a receipt. That's a receipt for all that stepping on his toes you were doing.
I'm sorry. Rob Van Dam, I want to know.
Bonus
What was the
material.
question?
The crowd's dying to know.
What were you like as a kid?
What were you like as a kid?
Baby V.
It's obviously a very important question, so... show some
Everybody's dying to know your
attention
answer, Rob. Let's hear it.
All right.
When am I going to get my assistant producer
I also got good grades, and when I was really young, was supposedly academically gifted, and the teacher, my second grade teacher, wanted me to skip talk to my parents about it. Somehow I became a goof-off after that, and then I consider myself a nerd because I'd be more interested in talking about comic books than the sports, and I didn't join any of the football or any of that. Didn't get any girls or whatever. I was just a goof-off and found that I could make people laugh and get attention that way, and then I was just a show-off. So once I learned how to do flips and run up the wall and do backflips and walk on my hands and stuff, then I was just all about being a ham.
Well, very cool. I think we got Miss Homecoming Queen here. We got the pain in the ass jock. We got Miss Homeschool.
Rob Van Ham.
And
Rob Van Ham.
Very cool. Good array. Good array. Let's hear it for our panel, ladies and gentlemen. They are fantastic. We'll see you next time on this big cycle.
Rob Van Ham.
Still to come on Xplosion, High Flying X Division Championship action awaits on the ImpactWrestling.com Match of the Week. But up next, it's an exclusive TNA Today interview.
Everybody, JB back with you again. This is TNA Today. You are one of my favorites. I got to tell you something. You are genuine. What you see is what you get with ODB. You know, a lot of people come on television and they're like, hey, I'm over the top, I'm crazy, I'm wild. But you, my friend, you're the real deal. And I appreciate that.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And a fellow Minnesotan.
Oh, yes. Good old Minnesota. You betcha.
Yep. State
Sorry,
Fair.
did I blind you with this thing?
That is some bling. Where'd you get that, Robert E?
Who?
Oh, that's your wedding ring.
Yeah,
Oh,
EY,
my God.
man.
Look at that.
I think it was
thing.
like
Are
his
you kidding me?
great-grandma, Grandma Young's.
Wow.
That's nice.
Well, let's. We got a lot to talk about. Shine it up.
Yeah.
How was the Minnesota State Fair? Did you go?
Yes.
It's a tradition in Minnesota. Anybody goes to Minnesota or from Minnesota knows how big of a deal
I have
this
a
is.
season pass for the 2 weeks.
Do you really?
Oh, I love it. It's like fried everything. Got fried cheese curds.
Yeah.
Some people don't really know what cheese curd is. It's just fried cheese, basically.
It's real complicated, yes.
You got the beer garden.
Yeah.
And a lot of good people watching.
Oh, all
my
kinds. All
good
walks of
Lord.
life, right?
I like when the people are on the motorized little larks.
Oh, yeah.
And they're as big as a house. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's just not really
That'll probably be
healthy.
us when we're 90,
Yeah,
right?
probably.
Yeah, okay.
Their asses is like
Giant.
dang, oh.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're eating fries and smoking
Everything.
a cig and, well, do what you gotta do, I guess.
Living life.
Living life.
those last days
Yeah.
really well,
And
huh?
they run your ass over.
Well, certainly your Minnesota background, and I'm bringing this up because, you know, there's a lot of people that have been through that Minnesota region now.
A lot of us.
And, you know, back in the day, back in my day, there was the, you know, the road war. There was, you know, Robbinsdale. Everybody came out of Minnesota. You know, you got your Kurt Hennig. You got one high school, Robbinsdale High School, like had 8 professional wrestlers that went on to be huge. Nikita Koloff. Now I've noticed there's another generation of Minnesota stars.